Hi, I'm Tom Critchley of Caboose Co. Here in the UK, in the middle of the UK, in our storage facility where we keep all of our products and house them over the winter when they're not being used at festivals and events. We're here to talk about our new Maverick, Caboose Maverick, which is the new, I like to say, a sort of space age tent. So it's it's easy to move, easy to set up. It's got a light. It's got heat regulation. So it's something that you can easily sleep in. You can charge your phone in it, and it's easy to move around. We are manufacturing ready. We're taking orders at the moment for this. This is sort of first, not quite the first of the production line. I presume the prototypes we had were off the production line. So these were the first sort of two that we got and branded ourselves, and we're happy to show people. Still got things to work on and improve, but by and large, we're very happy with it. And the feedback we've had so far from potential customers has been great. We've been going for 3 years. We set up Caboose Co just to find better ways of doing pop-up accommodation, mostly events, but we want to diversify, not just events, but any sort of rapid deployment. We designed our cabooses to be able to go anywhere and set up as quickly as possible, and this is like the express version. And we have we've grown. We've got a fleet of sort of hotel room quality accommodation. We've got over 50 of those, and now we've gone into partly COVID. We've pushed it forward with COVID, but we've brought in this new version, which is going to go for the glamping market and other uses, for everything from staff accommodation to relief shelter, wherever it's needed.
And so Caboose Co is, it sounds like, the designer of both of these types of sleeping accommodations, and the manufacturer, and sort of the fleet operator, and doing the operations of like a pop-up hotel hospitality business. Is that like sort of, you're doing sort of the full thing plus delivery and whatever else?
A little bit of everything. I mean, these were designed by a manufacturing partner. So we didn't design this, but we have a hand in shaping what we need for ourselves as our clients. So they came up with the original concept. We were looking for a product particularly for Glastonbury, obviously the big famous festival, and all of the things that we needed a glamping capsule to do, also fits for the glamping market and also fits for the shelter market. So it just worked, and then we chatted to them. We said this is what's great about it, and we're developing it with them, but it was their brainchild originally, and then we are now their sales arm, and we're going to have a higher fleet as well, so we can add different products to our own hire fleet and sales fleet. So the size is 2 meters by 2.2. They take a double bed or a single bed. We wanted something that is off the ground, so that if it's really wet, you're not gonna be flooded in any way. Not quite a foot off the ground.
Yeah.
You want to be able to lock it so that you can keep your valuables safe. You want a light so you can see what you're doing, because most people come to festivals and they're not thinking, I've got to bring my torch, I've got to bring all those sorts of things, and they need to charge their mobile phone. So those are sort of the key things we wanted to get into it, and this is the Maverick, which ticks all those boxes. So these are the first ones we've got into the UK, taking orders to start production. In particular, I plugged into a standard voltage in the UK, and we are developing a solar power option as well, so that we can run them off. They take such small amount of power. Yeah. So they don't. We're going to have a battery system and a solar panel, so they can go totally off grid with actually no complications at all. You see just here, you've got a little fan here, which helps regulate the temperature in the heat and obviously in the cold. It's a fiberglass shell, which gives it its strength, and there's a aluminium frame within it, and then the actual the bulk of it is the same stuff you make a refrigeration truck out of, that transports burgers and things around the country. So that way it keeps it nicely insulated for the heat in the summer, and then in the winter it keeps it warmer than a tent or something of that type. So once you're inside and a couple of people in there, you're going to keep yourself nice and toasty with the right sleeping bag. If you decide to do it in the winter. So very simply, you've got it actually is flat pack. So this top section here is the lid, and you've got the bottom obviously is the bottom, and then once you take the roof off, you just take out each panel. So there's 4 panels, 4 walls. You take out each column. So there's 4 columns, and they all lay down inside. You put the lid back on, and then 4 people can build it or dismantle it in 10 minutes. And then 4 people can just carry it to the back of a trailer, to a truck. Do you want to come and have a look inside?
The tour isn't going to last that long inside, but let's take a look.
There's not loads to see. It's not loads to see. No. So I mean, we're getting dark here in the UK, so you can see we've got the light on. And then you come inside, and it's it's just basic wipe down. What's great is easy to clean. You can hose it down if you need to. Obviously, you got the sort of tinted windows, which we're developing a panoramic window as well. It's coming soon for the higher end stuff. And then if you turn around here, you can see the light switches, or the light switch, the USB charging, and then the fan. So all the electrics sit in this section here. And then this gives everything you need, and obviously the light up just above the door. So there's not much to it. We've got another fan at the back here, which is so the air comes out of the first fan and pushes out there, so it keeps it cooler in the summer. It's our mantra now as a company. What we've learned over the last few years is keep everything simple, and then it doesn't break. So this is simple, and easy to maintain, easy to store, easy to transport.
From a customization standpoint, if someone wants to put a skylight in or a bigger window on the side or whatever, how many customizable features are there if it's just a panel that you're talking about?
It's endless to a certain degree. And we've already talked about putting in a roof light. So that's one option we've got to work out. We've got structural rigidity and frame within here. So we'll have to, we're working on that. The panoramic window. And the beauty is you can get it or buy it, and then you can then go, do you know what? I want to change that. And you just buy a different panel. And then we're doing it in a few standard colors at the moment. But you could just wrap these in vinyl like you do a car or a bus. And you could have them done in mirror so it reflects all of the wood around you. You could do it bright yellow, do anything you like.
You could have one and then buy a different roof
correct,
later on or something for a different situation.
And also one other thing that I say, so we've also got, you see these top bits here. Yeah. These caps come out, we put in some brackets, and then you could take another one and then you just put it on top. So you have the steps, on the other side. So you have a ladder going up to the back, so which is great if you've got shorter space. Kids down the bottom, parents at the top, or vice versa. So it's another feature that we've got. And then the other thing is we can then put, you could actually put a roof deck on here. So you could climb up and have a viewing platform as well. So there's a few little novelties that enable it to be different from your average accommodation unit.
For the whole unit, the whole unit's 350 pounds.
Yeah. Yes, that's right.
Interesting. Okay, so and then when you close the door inside, is there also a window on the front? How does it lock, or how does it?
There is. I will swing you around here. So you've got a little sort of triangular window there.
Oh yeah.
You see the setting sun in the background, and then at the moment we've just got a simple lock on there. So we're going to put a thumb screw, a thumb twisting one, so you can just lock it easily from the inside. And we are also got options for combination locks, so that they can be left in the middle of nowhere, and anyone who has the code can go along and use it.
How this kind of reminds me of the pod hotels in Japan. Is this sort of the similar kind of space type?
I think I've never stayed in one, so I can't say for certain, but they're a bit larger, I think. just because those are just a sleeping place. This has got a little bit of space at the side to put bags and things, and we're going to have some some additional sort of cargo nets and things at the top so that people can slip their belongings into it in the night. But similar. You're not the first person to say that.
As far as sustainability, are there any, I guess, green design aspects in here worth noting?
As a company, we like to process, do everything in a green manner. These are not as good as we'd like them to be. The solar panel option is going to be the first green stamp. But as we work with our manufacturing partner, that'll be how do we make them more, what do we do with them end of life? How do we repair them? But the key thing is they are pretty robust, so should have a good life. They're also very light, so transporting around is easy. So we'll get them better each year. We'll be improving that.
And in terms of resilience, what can these withstand as far as, I guess, wind speeds?
They've said 40 miles an hour at the moment, but no one's put them in a wind tunnel, so we can't say for certain. But they're pretty solid. No one wants to be in a tent in a 60-mile-an-hour wind. So these are a little bit more sort of storm-proof in that side, and we just need to get them to work out. But there's nothing to stop you from tethering down the legs. So that they'll be more, they're not going to lift off, unless there's a severe wind's coming. And we design these for summer mostly, so they are about keeping it cool, but it should work the other way. We've only just got them. It's now starting very quickly turning to winter here in the UK, so we're going to have one in the back garden and trial it.
Well, yeah, it's the replacement to the igloo or something.
Yes. I know my three boys are going to love this.
They're manufactured by not by you, but by some partner that's
partner. Our manufacturing partner is based in Hungary.
Okay, and I guess an order is placed through you, not them. And what's the timing, I guess, of ramping up productions and having these delivered, and what's the expected turnaround when you click to buy to when it's delivered to a site?
It's early days for us, so we are preparing for before the glamping season in the UK, so March next year. But once we're up to speed, we could be producing several hundred a year. We're primarily starting with the UK, but they are very transportable. So we've got to get them into the UK in a shipping container or on a truck. So there's nothing to stop us put them in a shipping container and send them anywhere we need to. And we've had inquiries from other countries already. So we anticipate sometime soon we'll be sending them somewhere other than the UK.
Staff isn't available to help set up. It sounds like it's a pretty low skill enough assembly that they would just watch a video, or how would you do the assembly on site?
Yeah, it's really easy. We've done a video just today, in fact, so you can see how easy it is. We've only had these a few weeks, so I've only put it up a couple of times, and it takes no time at all. It's really straightforward.
Well, I always ask this for all these housing solutions that we see, but what would you say is the most innovative, most unique?
It's transportability. It's the fact that you can just flat pack it, put it into a truck, put it on a trailer, and take it with you so easily. 4 people can build it in 10 minutes. It can go anywhere. And with the solar panel option, it is totally off grid.
Looking to the future, I mean, where do you see the various segments of customers coming from? So you mentioned the festival market and the glamping market.
So that pop-up accommodation, temporary accommodation wherever that's needed, staff accommodation in certain places, disaster relief. If someone's been they're out of the house, they've got nowhere to be, and the fact that they flat pack makes it so easy to get them to wherever they needed.
When you set up these festival villages, you now have a mix of shipping container sized fleets and then these pods. Awesome. Well, Tom, thank you so much for the tour today of the Maverick.
Pleasure, Charlie. Pleasure.